Enemies, them are running in. We're pulling weight, but we know the dream. Oh. We on point, oh boy. We're balling international. No time, baby. You got to know we are the guys.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm that original Naija chick. I make lifestyle, straight talking videos and any other video that interests me, including food recipes, reviews, hauls. As you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about the BBNAIJA housemates. This video is dedicated to those people who watch Big Brother Nigeria. I've had several videos on my channel covering, day-to-day and weekly activities in the Big Brother house, all the happenings around all the happenings in the Big Brother house. But unfortunately, I am currently writing a project, so I don't have time to be making videos consistently every day for that. However, if you want to watch the Big Brother Nigeria, I'll refer you to a channel. It's called Frankly Speaking with Glory. She posts like several videos a day about the happenings in the Big Brother Nigeria house, so I'll advise you to go watch that channel. But me, I'm just going to review this foundation. It's called the L'Oreal True Match. This is my first time using it. I haven't used it. Now, a brief history about my skin. I have acne, you can tell. I have acne. I've had acne since I was a teenager, and it has followed me until adulthood. I've tried all systems, but none seem to work for me. So, and also not just acne, I also have ingrown hairs. Now I've gone for medical checks, PCOS, PCOS checks, endometriosis, all those checks, and I don't have any of those things. It's just confirmed that I have heritism, like I'm a hairy girl. So that's why I have a lot of hair. Not a lot of hair, just around my chin line, my jawline, and I have like really long sideburns which I scrape off or I pluck off. So because of all those manipulation of hairs on my face, I left with this scarring. Unfortunately, we ain't yet buoyant for that expensive skincare, but I have plans for this skin. I'm going to make this face solid. With time, I'm going to make this face like solid. I'm going to do it all, the Juvederm, Botox. I'm going to do it all, but for now, I'm just going to manage the situation comes. I'm going to, because I believe if you invest more in skincare, you don't actually need any makeup products. So yeah, but for now, I'm just going to look for makeup to at least give me a smooth and more appealing ways to get a more smooth and appealing canvas. That's why I'm investing in foundations. But now I'm in my 30s, so I will not use any foundation, because if you do that, it kind of settle into your lines. I don't have any line, fortunately. I don't have aging, I don't have wrinkles yet, so I'm quite fortunate for that. However, I still have to be careful and try to take care of my face as much as I can. Now, I'm not into the heavy, cakey foundation look. I like to look as natural as possible. That's why I went for this skin-like, according to what they say. They say skin-like is a super blendable makeup. It has SPF 17. I'm in the color shade N7 Classic Tan. Now, normally when I shop online, I use this website called Find Nation. In MAC, I am NC45, and in Maybelline Fit Me, I am 330 So when you go to that website, you input, the foundation you use that you've used in the past that has matched your skin, and they will give you equivalent of it in other products. So for L'Oreal True Match, I got the shade Classic Tan. Now I've bought other foundations which I'll be reviewing daily, that I'll make a video and tell you my best and my worst foundation. Now these foundations, I buy them on stores in KONGA and Jumia. These stores are certified as people who carry original products, because we know in Naija, people sell a lot of fake products. Now, I know these people personally, I know where they get their products from, and if you want to buy, I'll link the store down below. So this is actually really original product. It was brought in from the US. Yeah, so let's go and review it. And of course, I'm going to also be talking about the BBNAIJA housemates. I'm going to be updating you about what's been happening, you know, from where I stopped until now. So this is my first impression about this. And I'll also, I'm using like a lighting system which may alter the look of the foundation on my face. However, I'll give you, you know, a look with natural sunlight. So I'll take my camera outside and I'll show you how it looks like, you know, in the sun. So let's go ahead and apply this while we talk about our favorite housemates. Now, I've done my brows. I'm not a makeup artist. I'll say I'm a makeup enthusiast because I actually do like to look good. So what it looks like, it doesn't come with a pump. So I just pour a few. Since it doesn't come with a pump, I think it's prone to wastage. I could waste it because I might pour out more than I need. Now look at the consistency. If you can see, it's a runny consistency, which makes it, I guess, super blendable. So what I do is I just put it all over my face. I'll start with the parts that I have pigmentation. I put less products in the parts that I don't have pigmentation. So I think that's about it. Now I'm using a wet beauty blender. This beauty blender, I think it absorbs product, so there is no way you can have too much with a beauty blender, except maybe you go in. This I like to use the beauty blender because it absorbs some products. Some people see that as a bad thing because they feel it's a wastage of products. Personally, I feel it's a good thing. It kind of controls how much product you need. I think this is too much. I have too much product on my face right now. Maybe because of the light, it's reading. Now from the review, oh, my hair is getting in the way. Now from the review of people online about this foundation, they say it's medium to sheer to medium coverage. But what I'm seeing right now, maybe it's because of the quantity I put. What the hell, man? This hair, go back. Of the quantity I put, so maybe that's why it's coming off as full coverage. This is getting really full. Oh my god. No, I don't like the way it's reading. I think maybe it's reading like I put too much foundation on my face, but I'm going to just keep blending it into my skin. See how it matches with my neck perfectly. I think foundations are meant to match with your neck. It should be the same shade. Anything darker means the foundation, anything darker, sometimes our faces are darker, but what I do is that when I get foundations, I just match it with my neck, make sure that it disappears into my neck. It may appear lighter on the face, but you just want to match it so you don't have like two-toned canvas where the face is a lot darker than the neck. So I really like the shade of this foundation because it matches my neck perfectly. Now for coverage, I can still see some, some scarring, which I don't mind. All I'm going for with the foundation is a smooth canvas that looks like skin. So, do I like it so far? I don't know. I'm on the fence about it, but because I've had other foundations, my first impression of the Maybelline Fit Me was wow, I really loved it. But this one, I'll see how it reads, in natural sunlight. I have like a yellowish light, so maybe, yeah, I'll just see how it reads. So, I will go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup and put some color back into my face. So while I do that, let's gist. Enough of my foundation talk. Let's gist about the BBNAIJA housemates. Now, from the last video I posted, it was when Ozo was the HOH, head of house. Now, when we talk about head of house, they have being a head of house gives you privilege to avoid evictions for the coming week. So, and you have to choose an assistant head of house, which is more or less like a deputy head of house. Now I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me in the color 40 caramel. The foundation did a good job of covering my under eye dark circles. I don't have so much of the dark circles, thankfully, but it still offers some coverage, so I am really grateful for that. Now, we talked about Ozo choosing Dorothy over Nengi and how Nengi was livid about the whole thing. But surprisingly, guys, Nengi and Ozo got really close. And there have been amazing revelations in the house, and people's strategy were beginning to unravel. That was last week, week 3. The strategy of Nengi was to seduce all the boys, get the boys by her side, and so everyone can vote for her to keep her when her name comes out for eviction. So that was her strategy. Yeah, I think it's just Nengi's strategy I can talk about. The others, their strategy aren't as obvious as Nengi's strategy, and Brighto's strategy is also to be, into everybody's business, get key information, get the housemates to trust him and come to him with information. So I'm just setting my under eye with, what's this powder? It's a mixture of the benign banana powder and baby powder. That is what I used for the concoction, because I found that the benign banana powder is just too yellow for me, so I had to mix it with baby powder. So it gave me some sort of yellowish, it gave the baby powder some sort of yellowish tint to it, which I love. So yeah, I'm just starting from my previous conversation. So when Ozo became head of house, it intensified his friendship with Nengi. As I'm talking, I'll be putting their pictures online so you remember them, because it's been a while. So their friendship with his friendship with Nengi got really serious, and Dorothy wasn't having it. Now, come on Sunday, which is the beginning of week 4. Now, really, nothing really happened the third week. The housemates were, chilling. They had their first fight. I think the first fight was between Lucy and Nengi. Now, after the evictions on Sunday, he has been getting on everybody's toes in the house, she is the one getting on all the fights in the house. Now, Lucy came into the house and told everyone that she's a rude girl. You know, she even told the audience that she is rude. And I feel that Lucy is the only housemate playing her game as herself. She has confirmed and knows that personality of hers and is getting on everybody's nerves. Now, Dorothy was Ozo's best friend. No longer is, but I'll tell you why. But the commotion, the tension between Ozo going back and forth between her and Nengi. Remember, she has feelings for him, so it hurts her to see him go to, Nengi all the time. So she got really irritated about it, and you know started beefing Nengi sort of. She doesn't like Nengi because she feels that Nengi is playing a game with Ozo, because Nengi has told Ozo several times that she is not for a relationship. However, both of them, their friendship seems to be, on another level. They've talked about so many things together. Ozo is bearing his heart and getting to know him. Nengi is here to bear her heart and get him to know her. So their relationship has been waxing strong. Why that of Dorothy has been dwindling. Now, Lucy is Dorothy's friend in the house. Now, this continued until eviction day when Eric and Tochi was evicted. That was this last Sunday. Now, when they were evicted, Ebuka came into the house and asked the housemates, asked Dorothy if she had feelings for Ozo, and she said she does not have feelings for him. And he turned to Brighto and asked Brighto if he believed what she said. And Brighto was like, nah, I think she has feelings for him. Now Dorothy became very sad, hurt, and quite offended, by the statement Brighto made to Ebuka. So she felt some type of way. However, after the eviction show, Eric and Tochi had left. Because of the countenance of Dorothy, Lucy is the only friend of Dorothy in the house. She went to the bathroom and was talking to herself that a lot of people will do things in the house, but only Dorothy seems to get the heat. She was actually talking to herself in the bathroom. So Nengi was actually passing by in the bathroom, and she heard what Lucy was saying to herself. She knocked on the door and said, I hope you're not talking about me. Then they started quarreling. Lucy was like, if I was talking about you, I'll come forward to you and tell you. And that was when we were meant to understand that Lucy had already spoken to Nengi about her being friends with all the guys in the house, seducing all the guys in the house, wearing shorts in the house. I mean, what is Lucy's problem? Nengi is a young girl. She can do whatever she wants with her body. It's not in Lucy's place to tell her, what she should do and what she should not do. So that caused a big ruckus in the house. They started throwing insults at each other. Lucy was saying Nengi is a dumb B word, that all she has is a light skin color. She does not have anything up in her brains. Then Nengi was in turn calling Lucy an amoeba. An amoeba is a shapeless unicellular organism. Was calling her an amoeba and was saying she was too old to be in the show. So they kept going back and forth, and the housemates, people like V, Neo, Ozo, were coming to, break off the fight. Erica as well, break off the fight between them and, telling them to calm down. Now, in the event of telling them to calm down, according to Lucy, she said, They were only, looking at her and telling her to calm down, ignoring Nengi, while Nengi keeps saying all she was saying. So she took offense. So when Ozo came, she was like, go meet her, go follow her. That's all you do in this house. That girl is savage though. She was like, that's all you do in this house is to follow Nengi everywhere. And also was like, you're not listening to me. If you don't want to listen to me, I'm going to walk out of the house. And she said, well, the door is never locked. You can basically scrum. So he left Lucy and called a meeting, all the housemates. They came along and he clarified his relationship between Nengi and Dorothy. So basically, he told the housemates that Dorothy is his best friend in the house, that he's not going to replace her with anybody else, that she means a lot to him, and Nengi, for Nengi is the girl he's attracted to. I remember I told you that Dorothy has feelings for him, so that kind of hot Dorothy, and she became sad. She was already sad. She became sad all day, and she went into her room, So that was the commotion after the eviction on Sunday. Then rolled in Monday. Monday was the head of house challenge, and Erica won the head of house challenge, and she of course obviously picked. Oh no! Another highlight of the third week was between Lakon and Erica. Now Lakon has made his feelings known. Like I've told you previously that his love attraction in the house is Erica. He has made his feelings known to Erica, and Erica has told him that it's not possible for them to be together because he actually likes Kidwire. Kidwire brings out something in her, according to her, that she's really attracted to Kidwire. So, and Lakon wasn't having it. Lakon kept on putting pressure, but the breaking point for him was when Erica became head of house. She chose Kidwire instead of him. But before she chose Kidwire, she called Lakon aside and told Lakon that she's going to give him space like he asked, that there was no point picking him as, deputy head of house. And I can understand with Erica, there's no point picking someone who, obviously likes you, after maybe laying on the same bed with him in the HOH room, you go around, start kissing, your lover in the house, which is Kidwire. So it makes, and I like the decision she made. She chose Kidwire to be a deputy HOH. Now, the housemates won awards. They did Flutter Wave challenge, Guinness challenge. Different brands have been coming, and they've been winning the awards and winning cash. I didn't keep tabs on those brands that has come to give them different tags and different challenge. No, I don't keep tabs on those ones. All I do is I just read the highlights and of what's happening in the house, and everything that's happening in the house. So currently it's Erica and Kidwire that are the HOH. Now coming out, like I told you, Tochi and Eric were the one evicted. Now there are two significant stories I want to tell you about their eviction. When Eric got out of the house, he had an interview with Ebuka, and he confessed that Lilo was a distraction in the house. He said that his relationship with Lilo marred his chances of winning, in the sense that she distracted him and made him not mix with all the housemates. So he did not have any connection whatsoever with the other housemates, and he was not surprised that he was voted out, because his love interest in the house was also voted out, by these people. So he was not surprised. But what surprised him was V. Now V in the house is close to Lilo and Eric, because they are the relationship gang. V and Neil are an item in the house, and they gave the impression to Lilo that, you know, that she got her back. There are several videos online circulating about that she got her back. But come the day of eviction, V nominated Lilo for eviction, and Big Brother asked her why she did that, and she told Big Brother that Lilo's head was not in the game, that she needed to go, but she saved Eric because Eric is a friend to her boo in the house. But Eric was so shocked that V also nominated him, so that was the most significant thing about the eviction. Eric still likes Lilo. However, he admitted that she was a distraction in the house. So maybe more news will come out from that. And for Tochi, Tochi said he didn't see that coming. That he, what is this? Okay, now as for Tochi, Tochi said he didn't see that coming. That he thought he was a strong contender. Really, Tochi, strong contender. Tochi was not doing shit in the house, man. It was just a boring housemate, But well, he will see that looking from outside, probably looking at all the reviews of what's been happening in the house. So that was it. And they asked them who has the best strategy, and both of them unanimously said it was Brighto and Tochi. That Brighto is a man that is quite understated, is smart and wise and quite trusting. So a lot of people don't see him for who he really is. So he's actually playing his game really well. That was what they told Ibuka. And also Nengi, that she being friends with everyone may give her a leverage for her to win the game. Then they asked them their least favorite housemate, and they said it was Lucy. Now, before I go, okay, let me finish this one. They said it was Lucy, that Lucy is involved in every altercation in the house. That she's very confrontational, she's rude, so they want her out of the house. So both of them unanimously called Lucy out and said they wanted her out. So both of them unanimously called out Lucy, and they said they wanted Lucy out of the house. Now, another significant thing that's happened is a fracas between Erica and Lucy. Now, Erica is the head of house, but according to the housemate, she's not pulling a leadership weight. She's letting Kidwire, oh my God, where's my blush? She's letting Kidwire make decisions for her. And it does not sit well with some housemates, especially housemates like, Lucy. Because Lucy made a statement and she said that Erica is the head, while Kidwire is the neck that pulls the head to, any direction he wishes. So currently in the house right now, it seemed that it was Kidwire who won head of house, not Erica. Erica is not being a good leader. She's not pulling her weight. So when she heard that side talks from Lucy, and I guess because of all the frustration in the house, they've been having so many tasks and so many things to do at once. So it became too overwhelming for them, and they started lashing out at each other. V lashed out at Dorothy for nothing really, because she was talking and some people were having side talks. Some people who were having side were actually Praise and her boyfriend knew. But she took it upon herself to fire back at Dorothy for nothing Dorothy did. So the tension in the house is actually rising, and I'm here for it. I'm really, really here for it. I'm not knocking it, man. I'm not knocking it. So where they are now is they are trying to go win their wager. Biggie gave them a wager which they are going to win to try to win today. But I'm scared for the housemates because they have not been rehearsing properly. They've been having fights instead of going to rehearse. They've been having fights, and you know, but when Ozo was HOH, he made sure that the housemates put in 110% of the work. But for now, I'm not seeing any work being done as pertaining the wager tax. So I'll see how today is Thursday. They are going to play the wager game today. So I'll see how it's going to turn out. Maybe when I come back with, you know, the final review of the foundation, they must have played the arena games, not arena games, the wager games, and I'll tell you how that went, you know, and also tell you the review of this foundation and how it held up. Now you can notice I didn't use a primer because I want to actually test out this foundation and see how it works. So that is what I'm doing. Yeah, so that's just it in the BBNAIJA house. And there's another ship I want to talk about. I forgot totally to talk about. It's between Tolani Badge and Prince. They seem to have become an item, but we the audience know that the situationship is quite fake, because Prince was to go for Nengi and Watoni, but those girls, they rejected him, so he settled for Tolani Badge, you know. But they're all lovey, doing cozy, so I don't know. Nobody has confessed any feelings for each other. Kidwire said he doesn't know if he has feelings for Erica, you know, that they are just friends. And Erica, same thing, says that she's just friends with Kidwire. That Kidwire is a special friend. While Lekon, why is my lips like this? My lips looks dry, right? While Lekon is just a friend. So I'm not really going to talk about those two relationships because we all know what it is. Lekon is licking his wounds right now, and Erica is currently with Kidwire. So we're no longer going to talk about it in details. If you want details, I've told you where to go. So that's what is really happening in the house right now. The three couples in the house are Prince and Tolani Badge, then New and V, Nengi and Ozo. They're not couples, they're just really close friends getting to know each other. Then Kidwire and Erica, they are the couples that shows the most PDA. Why? This my lips look weird, don't it? Well, I'm only interested in the foundation and how it's going to come out. So we will see if I become like a greasy, you know, oil ball, or if it holds up really fine until the evening. It's like what's the time now? It's like 2:00 right now. So I think I'll come back after the wager challenge, which is like 6-7 o'clock, I think so. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 o'clock. So I'll leave it for 7 hours. I'll test it out for 7 hours and see how it goes, you know. So alright guys, that's the end of this video. Do you like my makeup look? Alright, I'll see you later in the evening when I come on with, you know, the review of the final review of the foundation. So this is how this looks in natural lighting. I'm currently in my kitchen. My kitchen has one of the best lighting so far. This is actually where I take my pictures. You won't believe it. So actually this looks good on camera. I was thinking that I didn't blend my bronzer really well, but it's well blended. And I like the way it's looking. It's not looking cakey at all. It's looking fresh and nice. And you can see, guys, it matches my skin properly. So I'll look out for like 7 hours of wear and see if it's going to oxidize and turn darker. So I'll see you guys later.